All right, guys, pictures up.
Pictures up.
Pictures up.
Let's roll sound.
Rolling.
Rolling.
Sound speeds.
Camera speeds. 2. Awesome. Take 2. Mark.
Set. And action.
Welcome to the Penn Cinema Podcast, your behind-the-curtain connection for movie news and reviews. Now here are your hosts, Penn Ketchum and David Moulton.
Welcome to the show. I'm David Moulton.
And I'm Penn Ketchum. What's up? David, I'm currently, if I seem a little distracted during the show, I'm currently conducting a scientific experiment.
Whoa.
I'll try to keep it simple so that you would understand.
Please.
This morning, I got myself a Starbucks.
That's what I smelt it in the elevator.
I finished it.
Okay.
And then I went downstairs to have a second cup of coffee.
Oh, maybe that's what I smelled.
That's what you smelled. Yeah. And I refilled so our coffee at Penn Cinema is fine.
Uh-huh.
There's nothing wrong with it.
No. But
it's not Starbucks.
What?
Right. And it's not. Also, did I tell you we have friends at Denim Coffee now?
Oh no.
They're opening a shop at down on King Street.
Okay.
We're talking to them. We'd love to maybe do something with them in the future here at Lidditz. But that's not my point. My point is the experiment that I'm conducting is, and so far the answer is no. But my question was, if I put my regular old coffee in a Starbucks cup,
right?
Does the branding experience of drinking regular old coffee in a Starbucks cup make the coffee taste better? And does it taste like Starbucks? And so far, the answer is no.
You know what the key is, though? Copious amounts of sugar.
Sugar and milk, right? Right.
Yeah. That's it's weird how that's what it is.
Yeah.
I wouldn't trade it for the
world. At some point, it's no longer coffee, right? It's a coffee-flavored milkshake.
Right. And I don't have any problem with that.
No, not at all. No. I did get a latte the other day. I won't say where because I don't want to, I'm not trying to badmouth anybody. But I was at a small local coffee shop somewhere in Lancaster County. And for some reason, totally unlike me, I got I like to get a 16-ounce latte usually has 2 shots of espresso. Mm-hmm. So I like to get 3 shots. So I like to get a triple, and I like an oat milk latte, right?
Okay.
None of that dairy bullshit.
See, I go breve.
Breve?
Yeah. People are like, what's that? And I was like, well, if you like how creamy milk is, what if it was half creamer?
Right. Okay, but here's the thing. This is the part that was way outside of my normal range.
Okay.
I also was like, for some reason, unbeknownst to me, I said to her, yeah, I'll have a shot of vanilla syrup in it.
Whoa.
It was afternoon, so it wasn't like my normal coffee routine. It was just like something I wanted to enjoy.
Yeah.
In the morning, I always drink black coffee. But in the afternoon, if I'm, maybe I'll get a latte. So anyway, I don't know. This person that made this coffee went absolutely bananas because it tasted, even with the extra shot, it tasted like vanilla, like instead of a cup of hot cocoa, hot vanilla.
And did you care?
I drank it because I was cold, but I did not appreciate it.
Interesting.
So my foray into flavored coffee, I will once again for the next 10 years retreat back to no flavors.
Yeah.
Right.
Heavens to Betsy.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Well.
What about you, David?
Well, I like hazelnut and brown sugar.
There you go.
In my coffee.
Attaboy.
And my lattes.
Right.
So, and I'll often get them breve, which has half milk, half creamer.
I think it's pronounced breve.
Breve.
I dare you to next time you go to a coffee shop, walk in and put on your beret. That bright red beret you're always wearing. Yeah. Put on your beret and walk in and be like, stick your pinky out and be like, 1 shot breve.
I'll take a grande breve.
Grande breve.
Latte.
All right. Well, this is not the Penn Coffee Shop News Podcast.
Whoa.
Penn Cinema Podcast. David, for the love of God, can we please get to some movie news?
Get some movie news. You want some movie news?
I do.
I'll give you some
I'm
movie
begging.
news. You are familiar with Michael Keaton.
I am.
Right?
Love him. The hot debate this week, because he's currently starring in the world's #1 picture, Beetlejuice Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
And the big debate is, well, first of all, what I've been saying is he's the actor that I always forget to name when I'm naming my 5 favorite actors. You know
so
what I mean?
good.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
He's the best.
So Michael Keaton,
I'm familiar with Michael Keaton.
a man who could go by no other name
None.
except for
What? Wait, what?
Oh, hold up. Michael Keaton's not his real name. Apparently, so for those who are unfamiliar, in the Screen Actors Guild, there cannot be 2 working actors with the same name in the guild. And so oftentimes, actors or actresses will change or alter their names. They'll go by the middle name or something. Like I think Emma Watts or Emma Stone, her real name is Emily.
Oh, that's right.
And she goes by Emma because there was already an Emily Stone or
Right.
something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So Michael Douglas,
Right.
we're all familiar with him.
Yeah.
Right.
What's the one?
West Wing.
West Wing, but also Romancing the Stone.
Sure.
I believe.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it turns out that Michael Keaton's real name is Michael Douglas.
Oh boy.
So he apparently opened up a phone book and was like, there, that's my new last name.
Oh, I thought I would have told that story that he picked the name because of Buster Keaton, one of the first original movie stars.
Well, apparently, according to him,
Yeah.
he just opened a phone book and
Yeah.
picked it out, and he just doesn't mean anything. But now he says he wants to go by his original name. Because when you have built up this much fame, why not
Right. Start
go
over.
by another name?
Right.
Right? But he's not just going to be Michael Douglas. He's going to be Michael Keaton Douglas
Okay.
from here on out.
Okay.
So
Why not MK Douglas
MK Douglas.
or Michael K. Douglas like Michael B. Jordan?
Why not Keaton?
Right. Just go to one name. Well, he's trying to get away. Why not just Douglas?
Oh.
One name. Hey, and then everyone could call him Doug. Hey, did you see that movie with Doug in it? And everyone will think you're talking about Doug Heffernan, and they'll be like, "What?"
Do you think people are like, we know you want to be known as Doug Less, but to us, you're Doug Moore?
You're Doug Moore.
That joke never gets old. So that's some Michael Keaton news.
Oh my God, that's fantastic. Now, I was watching TV this morning, and Don Cheadle was being interviewed.
Whoa.
For some reason, I'm not entirely sure why, on account of me being so young.
Yeah.
For some reason, on the television in my living room was one of those old folk shows that old people watch on Sunday mornings. You know, the type
weird.
with like interesting personnel,
Yeah.
stories and inspiring looks behind the scenes.
Did you leave the door unlocked and a geriatric walked
Yeah,
in?
yes. Again.
Again.
It happens to me frequently. So this old person news show is on Sunday morning in my own house. But I watched it not only because I didn't want to be rude to the geriatric who was also watching it.
You can't just ask him to
Right.
leave.
Right. But anyway, I watched it because they were interviewing Don Cheadle. And as you know, he's an incredibly talented guy. But what I thought was interesting was his breakout role. What movie, are you familiar with Don Cheadle's work?
Yeah.
What movie would you describe as his breakout movie?
Well, he did one right after SNL, didn't he?
Yep.
It was Ladies Man or something like that?
Something like that.
Yeah.
I would have said Ocean's 11.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but then there was they're saying Hotel Rwanda changed everything, and I think
Oh,
that was
yeah, that
that was
was his-
after Ocean's 11.
His big dramatic reveal.
Yeah. And then Marvel was like, "Oh shit, you could work with us."
Right.
And then after that, it's just
Here he is.
all uphill from there.
Yeah.
Anyway, my point is Ocean's 11, I was reminded because that movie I do remember to include in my top 5.
Okay.
So we had Ocean's 11, and then we had Ocean's 12 and 13,
Yeah.
which is fine. Like, you got to make money. You got to make movies. Neither of them were as amazing as the first one, but you give them a pass because whatever.
Whatever.
Right. Then they made Ocean's 8
Right.
with the women.
Go back in time.
Right. So they cut it down to Ocean's 8 with the women, and that was great. I believe it was Sandra Bullock, and there was some other, was Kate Blanchett in it? There was Awkwafina was in it, Anne Hathaway, that's who I'm thinking of. Yeah. And Awkwafina, and it was great. And I feel like I'm game for either Ocean's 9,
Yeah.
a sequel with the women, or maybe not any more sequels.
Because at the end, they revealed he's alive.
Right. Danny Ocean.
Danny Ocean.
Yeah. Anyway, all of that is to say Oceans 11, 12, and 13 exist.
Yeah.
Apparently, this is hot off the press. We're skipping Ocean's 14, and Ocean's 15 is a real thing and is currently shopping the streets of Hollywood looking for a director.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
I think it's high time we brought the group back together.
Get the band back together?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm game.
I say, why not kill it in the best way possible?
Did you see the footage of Brad Pitt and George Clooney arriving at the Venice Film Festival?
No.
Oh my God.
For wolves?
I'm sure that's what they were promoting, but it doesn't matter because they were just arriving and you just can't get cooler looking. You know what I mean? I mean, they're both handsome as hell.
Right.
But then when you dress them like in the cool suits and they get off like this super cool vintage motorboat and they're walking up and you're just like, my God, I want to be like them.
Yeah, very reminiscent of how we show up to our live shows.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought they asked you to borrow the boat.
They did.
Yeah. I thought I saw
And I was like,
our
we
boat.
bought one for
for
complete box shows. So yeah, sure, no problem.
And then we had to dig that river to get
To get there.
so the boat could get right to complete in box. Yeah. Well, I always say whenever I wear a tuxedo, I always in my mind, you know those memes where they say what you think you look like and then what you actually
really look
right. Well, the part where what I think I look like is George Clooney from Ocean's 11.
Of course.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. So anyway, okay, so Penn Cinema Podcast is officially on board. I have one asterisk I'd like to put on this.
Oh no.
David, I'm getting doggone tired.
Oh no.
I'm getting doggone tired of these little movies sneaking their way back into streaming. I feel like the studios learned their lesson and are starting to regress a little bit.
Okay.
Wolves.
Yeah.
This Will Ferrell movie you're making us watch, Will and Harper. You know,
Yeah.
all these little Netflix dingies, the Apple TV dingies, all these little, like Wolves would be the perfect, put it in movie theater. This is not another exhibitor complaining about theatrical windows. What I'm saying is put it in the damn theaters for 10 days.
Instead of one.
You know, we're not even getting one day. They're putting it in like New York and LA, or they're showing it at Venice.
The oceans? Where?
No. I'm
general.
Here's. I'm sorry. I went off on a rant.
Here's
My fear.
Okay.
Because I was just gushing over how pretty George and Brad looked arriving at the Venice Film Festival.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to express my support for Ocean's 15. But my asterisk is, don't make another Ocean's movie if you're not going to bring it to theaters. Like, I'm just getting doggone tired.
We'll make it for streaming, yo.
I'm getting doggone tired of watching these, good movies. Like, so that's how I got on the Apple TV movie Wolves.
Yeah.
Open it in movie theaters. We did this. What movie did we do this with? Where it was Knives Out. It was maybe the sequel to Knives Out. It might have been Knives Out, or it might have been the sequel, Glass Onion. I think it was. And you release it in theater. Open it on a Thursday night. Get that weekend and the following weekend, and then on Monday it drops. Like, I don't care. I don't need 30 days. I don't need 60 days.
Give them weekend.
Give me 10 days. You know what I mean? That's all it needs. It would make a fortune for you, for the studio, but you're bypassing all this opportunity to make money, and you're taking away from the industry, i.e. exhibition, that you depend on.
I imagine it's so much cheaper than it used to be to put movies out.
Right.
Now that it's digital.
No, you're right.
So what's the loss has to be menial.
What?
You'll make it back, right?
There's no loss. There is no loss. It's literally you're missing an opportunity to add $10 million or $25 million to your film's good side for what? A couple grand probably.
So you can see Ocean's 15 on our new streaming service.
Right. Oh my
Cinema
God.
Plus.
Right. So Penn Cinema opens their new streaming service, and then all of a sudden Penn's talking out the whole other side of his mouth.
Well, yeah,
All right. Speaking at the opposite end of the spectrum.
Okay.
Because you got these dingies that are slipping little things and missing the mark, and then you got our friends at IMAX who are just killing it. They announced an IMAX exclusive early screening of Joker Folie à Deux.
Folie à Deux.
Wait, I thank you for putting your beret on before you said that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Joker Folie à Deux opens, as you already know, on Thursday, October 4th. Mm-hmm. But if you just can't bear to wait till Thursday, October 4th, you can come strolling into any IMAX theater. I mean, if it's a Penn Cinema IMAX, all the better.
Even better.
But on Monday, October 30th, or September 30th, that's a pretty good...
You mean I can see Joker Folie à Deux in September while all these other plebs have to wait until October to see it?
Yes. All the plebs have to wait till October. You, David, since you come to Lidditz, you can see it in September.
I'll be like, oh, this movie was so much better back in September. That's when the real fans saw it.
Right. Oh, you haven't seen it yet? Oh, that's weird.
I saw it last month.
Yeah, what's up?
No big deal.
So anyway, I thought that was really cool. I was excited. Warner Brothers, which, as you know, is the studio behind Joker, Warner Brothers has always had a really good, productive relationship with IMAX. I mean, I don't really know. I don't really know what goes on in those meetings. Maybe they scream and throw coffee at each other. But Warner Brothers, I do know that Warner Brothers does have a dedicated person who happens to be a man, has a dedicated guy to interface with IMAX. And I guarantee that something like this is the result of having a good, dedicated relationship, between the two. So, and Warner Brothers, as you recall, going back to Harry Potter, is one of the first studios that really, truly embraced, bringing feature films to IMAX. So it's cool to see that relationship. Because, what they did with, I forget what title it was, but there was a movie recently where they had a sneak the day before it opened, and it was like IMAX or PLF, premium large format. And that was kind of lame because it felt like a money grab. Yeah. But this is IMAX only. Joker Folie à Deux on Monday, September 30th. Tickets will go on sale, I believe. By the time you're listening to this podcast, I believe tickets will be on sale.
Interesting. Talk about raising the bar.
Yeah.
Because they're definitely raising the bar.
They sure are.
By putting this into September.
Yeah.
It's a whole different month.
Right. Yeah.
Right? You're also raising the bar here.
We are.
As in, you're hiring a bar manager.
We're raising a bar.
A bar.
Which reminds me, if we're going to have a bar in our lobby, which we will, I'm going to have to really brush up on my bar jokes.
Oh, my gosh.
Like the polar bear walks into a bar. Yeah.
How many guys are you going to hire to wear, 50 suits and just, sit there?
Sit there drinking fake martinis?
Drinking fake martinis and be like, this Penn Cinema Martini is really great. Everyone who walks by and see who they can sell to.
Right.
Yeah.
So listen, we think this is, we're far enough along in our design plans that I can say a sentence that starts with "I think," but we're not far enough along that I can state it as a fact.
Right.
Okay. So with that being said, we think the bar is going to open in time for Wicked.
Oh.
Which is, I think, November. Right. Our target opening date for the bar is November 15th. And then in order to do that, we're going to have somebody who knows how to run a bar, because I don't. Right? I'm going to have to go learn. But anyway, so we're going to be hiring a bar manager. And then we also are opening a kitchen in January, improving our menu, broadening our scope, so to speak. So we're going to hire a bar manager, a kitchen manager, and of course we already have the movie team in place. But all of that is to say, if you're listening to the show and you're an experienced, crackpot, great bar manager, we want to hear from you. Now, who we don't want to hear from is the person who, remember when I opened Penn Cinema?
Yeah.
And I figured I could run the movie theater because I went to so many movies.
We don't want to hear from you back then.
Right. We don't want to hear from that guy. I got away with it once. We're not looking to get away with anything.
History has been written.
Right.
And it should be forgotten.
Right. Please. What's that about? Doomed to repeat it?
Exactly.
Right. Yeah. So we don't want to doom ourselves. But yeah. So anyway, I'm really excited because I think this is something our audience really wants. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We designed the bar with promotions in mind. In other words, being able to rotate how we, if we're excited for Captain America in February or Mufasa or Moana 2, that type of thing. Whatever big movies are coming down the pike, we'll be able to really promote those.
All the big adult movies
Right.
to be changed.
Right. Well, and we think we can appeal to the under 13 crowd with our self-serve beer wall.
Moana beers.
Right. Well, I think, I know for sure that there are a lot of parents who really wish they could bring a drink in with them while they're watching some kids movie with their 6 kids.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So anyway,
I can't help but notice you're opening right before my birthday so we can get wrecked.
Yeah. We'll have to close it down for a birthday party.
Yep. All right. Well, that's all the news fit to print.
Old school.
Classic movie.
Yeah, the classic.
Classic Yep. Let's get into trailers this week. There were trailers.
There were.
And I know what my trailer of the week is.
I do too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's start off with Wolfman. This is put out by Universal. Blumhouse is involved, and it's made by the same guy who did The Invisible Man, director of the Black Phone. Is that what it's called?
Yep.
Yeah. The trailer looks whatever.
I thought it looked good, but go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not going to say. Yeah, I guess I'd say good.
Okay, it looked whatever, but on the good side of whatever.
Yeah. Here's what I like about it. I really like The Invisible Man. And I know people say Black Phone was good as well. So I think that this will be a well-made movie. And if it is contributing to a monster universe,
yes, please,
then I am fully on board. Because I love The Invisible Man. I love, especially because of the twist in it and the way they modernized it, and then the way that they twist it for the continuation. Do you remember?
No.
It's terrible. There was more than one of them.
I hate when you specifically call me out, because then I can't sort of fake.
Yeah. Well, there was more than one of them, and then at the end, the victim goes on to possibly has all the invisible stuff.
Okay.
So I'm fully on board. Yeah, I mean, I didn't think it showed enough of the monster or anything, but it was a teaser. So
here's what I liked about it. I liked a few things about it.
Okay.
Love Julia Garner from Ozarks.
Okay, yeah.
She was my favorite part of that show.
It's the mom or the girl?
The girl with the really curly blonde hair, who at the end of the series finale completely loses her mind on Jason Bateman. And it's one of the most powerful scenes you've ever seen.
Interesting.
She's wielding a shotgun, screaming at the guy, and it makes me want to rewatch the whole damn show just to get to that episode again.
Just another Saturday night.
Yep. I also love the release date.
Oh, what was it? January?
January 17th in IMAX. You go through all the holidays. I'm going to put this trailer on all kinds of movies. And then the excitement of the holidays, the crowded, all this. And then we take down our tree. And you open up in January with a good, solid, middle of the road movie, and I think this movie appeals to me as an old school monster movie, and I think I just think it's if you release this movie in the middle of December or for Thanksgiving or something, it's going to get no headlines except underperforms,
right?
And it's going to look bad for everybody. You release it the second week of January, and it's great, it's good. It's going to fill a perfect spot in the calendar. So Wolfman from Universal comes out January 17th in IMAX. Next up from Lionsgate, this movie is a little bit of a mystery to me. Megalopolis. Starring Adam Driver and a bunch of other really cool people.
A lot of people.
Aubrey Plaza for one. September 27th, Megalopolis opens. David, walk me through this movie.
I believe the premise is a movie maker who decides society is going to, maybe not a movie maker. I think they were talking about Francis Ford Coppola, that part. But it's a guy who thinks that society is meant for destruction, and the only option is to create a new utopian city for people to live in, but they have to live under his under the utopian
What's the
things.
backstory on the making of this movie?
Yeah, it took forever.
It's been problematic, right?
Yeah. This movie looks too big for its britches. Mm-hmm. The visuals look absolutely amazing. I think the concept is too high for audiences.
I think it's too high, period.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, for general audience, I think the Pinkies Out crowd will probably say it's good just because if they don't, they won't be able to keep their pinkies out.
Right. My question is, they're projecting this movie to open in the single digits. In other words, $6 or $7 million opening weekend.
Yeah,
Domestic.
I would imagine.
How does a legend like Francis Ford and one of the A-list Hollywood actors, Adam Driver, how do they put together a masterpiece like this and the studio doesn't support it enough to do real business?
Again, I think it's too big.
It's too big, and also you're releasing it September 27th. All right, that tells me everything I need to know about this movie. You know what I mean? Like, if they believed in it, this would be a November 15th, no apologies, Thanksgiving mega release.
Right. Yeah. I'm just watching what might be the biggest group of bicyclers trying to get into the air show behind us. They just all just rolled up together.
Oh, they're Amish.
Yeah.
You know what they're going to be printing when this movie opens and underperforms?
Nothing?
Megaflopolis.
Oh, my man.
Thank you very
did it.
much.
You did
I'll
it.
be here all week.
Megaflopolis. I want to see this movie out of curiosity, and there are parts of it that look absolutely visually amazing, but I just don't think that's going to be. I think this is going to be. People are going to be like, the movie was weird. That movie looks weird. Why would I want to see that weird looking movie?
We've talked about this dynamic before. I do not want to see this movie because when a movie takes forever and has bad production mojo,
Yeah.
it ruins it for me. Like, honestly, like if this movie was just made and coming out, I could see myself being interested in it, but I can't.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm out.
Next up, we have a very controversial movie.
Frodo.
Frodo didn't. Well, a lot of people.
A lot of people.
We're not happy with this. We're talking about a Minecraft movie. And I think to begin with, I was on the same page as most of them. They're like, what? This isn't a... And then I thought, you know what? It's just weird enough that it'll work because it's not trying to be anything within story or anything. It's just weird. And then I thought about it a little bit more and saw some articles, and I said, you know what? The thing is, all the people saying this isn't, this movie's not for them.
Right.
This movie is not meant for the people who, I don't even want to say it's meant for the people who love Minecraft.
Right.
I think it is meant for the young audience they want to get into Minecraft.
I think this movie is meant for the Lego crowd, the Lego movie crowd.
Even younger, because that
bit at the end with the llama, that was hilarious, and that appeals to a 6-year-old.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
because I do feel like the Lego movies have skewed up a little higher as they've gone along.
But the first Lego movie was pure 6-year-old,
right?
7-year-old,
This
8-year-old.
is 6-7-year-old movie.
This movie is for Kayla's people.
Yeah, the little ones.
Yeah, the little ones.
The Munchkins.
Yep.
So I think in that endeavor, it's doing a good job.
Yep. Next up, we have my trailer of the week.
Really? Because last time we reviewed this trailer, not only did you poo all over it,
Stop.
you had nothing good to say,
you're wrong.
and I had to struggle through the conversation because you were like, what's this about? I don't care what this is about.
What are you talking about?
We reviewed the teaser for this, and you had no time for it.
You're wrong.
You had no
You
time
are
for it.
out of your
I
mind.
struggled so hard. I was like, how could you not? It's Amy Adams. You're like,
Stop.
This looks so stupid.
You're
I don't
drunk.
want to I am not.
You were talking about that on your other podcast.
Oh, you mean the Cinema Pet podcast?
Right. Oh my God. I am really embarrassed because I do not even remember watching the teaser trailer.
Oh my God.
I watched this trailer this morning as if it was the first time any movie by this name or with Amy Adams or anything came. The teaser trailer must have been really a teaser trailer.
You pooed so hard over it.
Yeah,
I don't even. I would wager money you didn't even finish it.
probably.
Yeah.
All right. Well, how far we've come.
Yeah. Walk us through your new favorite movie of all time.
My new favorite movie of all time is
Yeah.
called Night Bitch, and it stars Amy Adams. It comes out in December from our friends at Searchlight. Not Fox Searchlight, no.
No.
Searchlight.
Just Searchlight.
Please.
Fox.
Right.
Get out
So
of here.
this, I highly recommend that you go watch this trailer.
Especially if you're a parent.
Especially if you're a parent. Oh my God, maybe that is true. Like, I'm not sure how this will. I think the movie looks weird enough and wild enough and quirky enough and adventurous enough that it will appeal to broader audiences. But if you are a parent, and especially maybe if you're a mom, or if you're a dad, but anyway, so the premise is Amy Adams is a stay-at-home mom. And the trailer sets up all the stay-at-home mom tropes in terms of like not being appreciated and not feeling like you're beautiful anymore, and sort of some of the stuff that they talk about when they do movies about stay-at-home moms. And it even gave me, like you were talking earlier about Michael Keaton Douglas. It even gave me like some Mr. Mom vibes, because it sort of showed some montages of like how hard it is to be home all day. And anyway. But then, so you're like, oh, where's this going to go? Is she going to like, have some kind of crazy nighttime activities, And it turns out that she does, because she is apparently turning into a werewolf, a dog.
Looks like a dog.
She looks like a dog, and she starts behaving like a dog, and starts having public outbursts that are out of character. And I I loved everything about this trailer. I'm 100% on board. I can't wait to see this movie.
Wow,
Yep.
wow,
Yep.
wow.
How the turntables.
I had the turntables.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know that?
Yeah.
Do you know that story about the turntables?
And how they're yours?
It's an office joke, right? Yeah. It's the most embarrassing thing that has ever happened to me. Here's what happened. There was a girl that worked here. She was working concessions at IMAX. And I'm embarrassed to admit that I forget her name, although I could look it up because I still have a note that she wrote to me sitting in my car because it was so funny. And we go walking up and I tell her something and she says to me, how the turntables. To be funny, because it's an office joke.
Yeah.
So,
It should have been hilarious.
it should have been hilarious.
You should have been on the floor.
I should have been giggling, chuckling, at least smiling, smirking, right? Because she was being funny. And she said, how the turntables. Did I do any of those normally expected, socially acceptable things? No, I did none of them. Instead, you're right. Instead, I fully turned into Michael Scott. And I said, I think the expression is how the tables turn, how the tables have turned or something like that. With a straight ass face, I said this to her and she was like, oh no, it's a joke from The Office. And as soon as the words were coming out of her mouth, I was like, oh my God, I'm such an asshole. And I can't even say like if it was a pop culture reference to like a show that I had never seen, I wouldn't feel so stupid. But I've seen The Office a zillion times. It's one of my favorite shows. I know the scene.
You should have.
You know what I mean? I should have gotten. There's zero excuse.
There was no humor in you in that moment.
And God bless her. She was like 17, and here she's making this joke that for 10 out of 10, it should resonate with a 50-year-old guy. You know what I mean?
Right.
Who watched The Office back when it was on TV.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm the audience.
Instead, now she will go into her adulthood thinking, "Don't make jokes."
No, because I
only land in embarrassment.
I told everybody who was working at the theater that weekend that story. I made sure everybody knew that I was appropriately embarrassed. And it became an even funnier joke. So like months later, Amy and I go out to dinner at the Log Cabin. It's a great restaurant up here in Lidditz. And this young lady whose name is escaping me, she's the hostess, the maitre d'.
Oh my goodness.
But she wasn't. I don't think she was there. Somehow she knew we were coming, maybe because she saw my name on the reservation, and she had a note ready for me when I checked in And the note said, "Hi Penn, how the turntables." And then it like from whatever, I forget her name. I'm so embarrassed I forget her name.
It would have been better if she would have pulled the Seinfeld, they make him wait in the lobby the whole time.
I'm embarrassed that I forget her name because she was she was a great employee. She was really good. And she was lots of fun. And I don't know where she is now. She's in college or maybe she's done with, she's probably
a teacher.
Probably done with college.
Professor or doctor.
Something.
Whatever.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, Wolfman, Megalopolis, Minecraft movie, and then Penn liked Night Bitch. One more.
My favorite movie, my trailer of the
Okay.
week.
Now, I will say, this movie that you're about to talk about could have been my trailer of the week if it were not coming from Netflix and they're doing that bullshit with the select theaters.
Yes. I almost took it off of the list, but then
it's too good. It's too good. It looks amazing.
It's called Will and Harper, and it's a documentary of Will Ferrell and Harper's last name escapes me. Or maybe that is their last name. The person was a writer on SNL. And
him and Will Ferrell came on SNL together.
Yeah.
Like when Will started as an actor, this guy started as
a writer,
like a low level, like entry level writer.
Yeah.
And by the time Will Ferrell got to leave, this guy was the head writer.
Right.
So they had both sort of come up the ranks, had this incredible friendship, this incredible bond.
Yeah. And then one day, Will Ferrell gets an email that Harper is transitioning to a woman. And Will's like, let's go on a road trip and film what this means to us and how this, what this transition is like and change and how does it affect our friendship? Should it affect our friendship? Like, what's this let me meet this new person that is you. And it's a very real, it seems to be a very real look at like these two people getting used to their lives, like a change in their lives together and relearning how to be friends. And it looks funny because they're both funny people, but also looks like it'll be really touching.
Yes.
I think the funniest thing in the trailer is he says, do you find that you're a worse driver now that you're a woman? And they're like, yeah, it's so funny, such a stupid joke. And then at the end, the guy's like, yeah, but no, I am.
I thought the best part of the trailer was when Will Ferrell was like, we want to go do this thing, and the woman's like, no, and Will Ferrell's like, we have not done one fun thing on this whole trip. And then he sort of breaks in a little bit to his Will Ferrell character, but yeah, I agree with you. This looks funny. I think it looks like it's the kind of movie that like inspiring, powerful, those words don't quite do it justice. It's the kind of movie that I wish, like, it makes me sad for all the hate that exists in the world, and like you wish those people would watch this movie and sort of try to like calm down.
Yeah.
So, but unfortunately, I think the people who are going to see this movie are already allies and already supportive and right. but regardless, without getting into the societal implications, the movie looks really great. It looks like a really interesting and honest, topic and conversation over the course of however long they filmed it. But yeah, it looks really great. And this would be my trailer of the week if it were not for being on Netflix.
Well, there you have it. My trailer of the week is Will and Harper, and Penn's is Night Bitch. And those are this week's trailers.
I gotta get the timing down.
Timing.
Yeah, my timing was way off.
He always does his fake fart like halfway in.
Yeah.
There's way more of it to go.
You gotta wait for that whole build up to end. And then a beat, and then it's the fart. Yeah. All right, I'll get the hang of it.
This week we're reviewing Beetlejuice. Michael Keaton film, because he doesn't have changed his name.
He's not Douglas yet.
Not yet. Also stars Winona Ryder and Olivia Colman. Wait, why is her name
Jenna Ortega?
Jenna Ortega. Yeah. Jenna Ortega.
Jenna Ortega.
Totally got it wrong.
Starts with an O. Jenna? Yes. Right.
Got it.
Right. Yeah. David, what did you think of Beetlejuice?
I did not care for this movie.
Shock.
I know. I felt like it was just a time that I had, and it was over, and it was like a blank space. I didn't hate it.
Did you see it in a full theater?
Oh yeah.
Was there a lot of laughter?
Oh, there was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So suffice it to say,
I even laughed at some parts, but it would just seem, I don't know. The kid shows up, and I saw it with Hello Jamie, and I said, he's dead. After the first scene, I was like, he's dead. Sure enough.
I'm sure she really appreciated you ruining that for her.
She's
seen enough movies with you. She knows what she's into.
Yeah, and I was like, he's dead. But you know what ruined what it is? I don't like Winona Ryder. I don't think she's
interesting.
I don't think she's a good actress. I don't buy her as a lead. I didn't buy her as in the movies where she's supposed to be like the star attraction. The only thing that I've ever thought she was what I would say good in was the first season of Stranger Things. But then I realized that's just her playing her, and then in subsequent seasons she wasn't nearly as good. But
all right, well, there you have David's review, and now let me give you the actual review. The actual, more accurate.
Because Jamie didn't like it either.
There you have David and Jamie's review.
Yeah.
And now let me give you the actual, what normal people thought.
People who love everything that they just saw? Those people?
First of all, Winona Ryder is a gem. And I love her.
No.
Catherine O'Hara is... Well, my only problem with Catherine O'Hara is that she was playing her character from Schitt's Creek, but she was great in this movie as well. Jenna Ortega is amazing.
Yeah.
The movie is visually
fun,
delightful.
Sure.
The little foray into the claymation when he dies in the airplane crash.
That was great.
The Spanish song when they go back to how Beetlejuice met his ex-wife.
Yeah.
They're singing the Spanish love song. Oh my God. So funny. So creative, so fresh, so original.
Remember how long the wedding thing was? Oh my God. Went on forever.
I thought we were giving my review.
I'm just saying. It's like PTSD. You're reminding me of these things. And I'm like, oh, see, that's the movie though. It just went out of, it just like was nothing. I'm sorry, go on.
Here's what I will say about this. Let me say this about that.
Please.
As Hal Lord would say. And if anybody's listening to the show who knows Hal Lord, please write us in and tell me I'm not crazy that he used to say that all the time. If you're a former or current Lancaster County employee and you ever crossed human resources, which I did frequently, and you got to deal, back in the day, it was Bonnie Ashworth and Hal Lord. They were the dynamic duo, and they were incredible. And Hal was a big black licorice guy. And whenever I went in there and asked him, hey, Hal, what's the deal with blah, 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 XYZ? He would always start the answer by saying, well, Penn, let me say this about that. So let me say this about that. My position on this movie is if you like Tim Burton, you're going to like this movie. The degree to which you like Tim Burton will impact the degree to which you like this movie. Because to me, like, this was a perfect sequel to the first Beetlejuice. This was like the perfect continuation. Many years later, Michael Keaton Douglas hasn't lost a step. You know, the rest of the cast was great. The story was great. You know, it was creative. It did not feel forced. You know, nothing about it felt forced.
I'll give you that.
Yeah. Well, thank you. That's very generous.
The movie didn't feel forced.
It's very generous of you.
Yeah, I'm a giver. What can I say? I'm a giver.
So anyway, what do you think about my statement? If the more you like, so I guess to test my hypothesis, A, have you ever seen the first Beetlejuice? And B, did you like the first Beetlejuice?
Yes and no.
You saw it and you did not like it.
Yeah, I don't
so
like Tim Burton.
So that holds up. So my position holds up perfectly.
Yeah.
I'm right again.
Hey, lightning strikes only once.
Even a blind, what's the thing? Even a blind squirrel can trip over a nut.
I've never heard that before, but sure.
Or my favorite, even a broken clock is right twice a day.
There you go.
That's a good one for me. Anyway, Beetlejuice is the best movie I've ever seen.
No. Worst movie of all time.
So we are split on this one. We're going to agree to disagree.
Yeah.
One of us is right and the other is David. Wait, you saw it in regular, right? Not IMAX? I don't think this movie needed to be seen in IMAX, but a lot of people did go and choose to see it in IMAX. So
For as many showings as there were, and there were a boatload,
tons.
the theaters were packed.
It was a big hit. Yeah. $100 million opening, which, by the way, they're also calling for Joker Folie à Deux to also cross $100 million. So within a 30-day period over the course of September, we have at least two $100 million openings, which is unusual.
These were the perfect cross-pollination crowd for the audience and the trailers.
Yeah. So you appreciated the trailers we put up?
I remember Joker was in them.
Yeah.
All right.
David, just can I sidetrack on the trailers real quick?
What are we doing? Well, first off,
Yeah.
but then we'll go back to Beetlejuice.
Okay. The trailer real quick. I just want to say, are you familiar with this movie, The Killer's Game? We watched it. We watched a trailer. What's his face? The big bulky guy.
Dave Bautista. Yeah.
He stars, and it's like they want to put a contract on him.
I think it looks good
because he thinks he's about to die,
and then a contract on himself.
He puts a contract on himself, and then he wants to undo it, but you can't already undo it. And then somehow the little girl gets involved. I put that trailer on Beetlejuice. I hope that
Little girl's not in that one. That's a different Dave Bautista movie with a little girl.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, the one with the little girl is the one where he's a spy and he like adopts a little girl and takes her on. The Killer's Game is just the. It's made by the people. It's made from production or whatever of John Wick, and the whole idea is that is what we said is he puts a contract out because he thinks he has a brain tumor.
Yeah.
And he wants to die, but then they call back and say, "Oh, there was a mistake. You don't have a brain tumor."
Right.
So he cancels it.
It's too late.
And then they're like, "No. We've been waiting for this opportunity."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Well, then I'll just kill them all."
Okay. Anyway, I put that trailer on Beetlejuice. I hope that
I think that was
resonates.
fine.
Yeah. What did you want to do with Beetlejuice?
Well, I wanted to say before we move on to listener feedback, what are we watching next week?
Well, in 2 weeks we watch Transformers 1.
In 2 weeks.
Yes, because I'm out next week.
You're not around next week?
No, I will be up to my elbows in birthday celebrations.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my birthday.
Your birthday?
Yeah. Turning 100.
Oh, that's weird because I don't think I got any invitations or anything.
Oh,
so you must. But these must not be very important party
awkward.
celebrations. Okay. All right. So in 2 weeks, Transformers 1.
2 weeks, Transformers 1.
Okay. So, you ready to get on to listeners' notes, questions, feedback, comments?
This was one of the best weeks we've had in a long time.
Yeah.
We had some quality notes.
Let me just say this, Penn. I've been podcasting for nigh on like 15 years. It's been a long time.
You're a veteran. You've seen it all.
And at one point in time, I was like, you know what? I bet I'll meet someone through podcasting. Someone romantically involved. And
Yeah.
I was like, it's bound to be. I used to have a show where I interviewed at least 52 new people a year.
Right.
And I thought, I'm bound.
Yeah, that was a great show. I was one of those people.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm bound to meet. And I found
Right.
the podcast love of my life and ketchup.
Right.
But I didn't find the love of my life. But if I can't, I want one of you guys to.
What's the next best thing?
That's the next best thing is that you do
Right.
because of me.
Right.
And tell me.
So if that would happen, I would posit that the only natural thing would be for that said couple to invite you to the wedding.
Ooh.
Right. Preferably both of us, but at a minimum, David.
Yeah, minimum me.
Right.
But preferably both
If
of us.
I was invited to a wedding, like, I don't know, like, just pick a spot, like maybe, like, I don't know, Ireland.
Yeah.
I would 100% go.
Dublin or, whatever.
And anyway, I hear Ireland is lovely this time of year.
Yeah, or whatever time of year they get married.
Anytime. I think
I hear that Ireland's lovely during the year.
I think I could be wrong, but I think that Marley has named Dublin her favorite city.
Really?
Yeah, I know for sure that it's up there, and I think it's maybe the favorite.
Wow.
And this Marley is a well-traveled young lady.
True.
Yeah.
True. I've never been to Ireland, but I mean, there's a first for everything.
I was just gonna say, yet.
Yeah. We heard from our good friend.
Enough chit chat about love. Enough random chit chat.
Random.
Yeah.
Let's move on to listener
notes.
Connor O'Connor writes in, and I'm going to save us. It's a long one, so I will save us
Please.
the accent.
Please.
Lads, it's been an age. How are you cutting?
Can I just interject? I
Yeah.
love everything about this note, including just that first of all, lads. Second of all, it's been an age.
Right.
Both of which I've heard a million times, but always appreciate and always try to, remember to use them into my vocabulary.
I never do.
But I rarely remember to. But then, how are you cutting?
Yeah.
I've never heard that.
Neither have I.
That should be that's how we should do our last segment now. We should call it How You Cutting.
How you cutting?
How You Cutting. All right. Sorry.
Okay. It's been a fierce, busy season in the old O'Connor household. I wish I could say it was a good one, but it's been shite.
Shite.
Not to worry, though. I'm back on my feet and better than ever. I told you boys about my daily job of painting and my nightly hobby of drinking down at the pub. As it turns out...
Nightly. Right.
As it turns out, those two don't mix very well.
Wah, wah.
I'd been hired to do the rooms above the fiddle and flute, not my usual watering hole, mind you, but a job is a job. Is a job. And I took full advantage of the owner's generosity from the tap while I worked. I'm no ballet dancer on my best of days, and my oh-so-slight inebriation led me to tripping over my own feet and diving from my ladder right through the window over the pub sign. I took out the fiddle, the flute, 2 vertebrae, 4 ribs, and punctured a lung. Jeez.
All right, we're going to just pause right there.
Holy smokes.
So this guy got shit-faced and climbed up a ladder.
This is like straight out of like National Lampoon's Vacation.
Yes.
Like,
and instead of just saying like the way some idiot would say, my boy says, took out the fiddle, the flute, and then all his injuries. I love this. Was so funny,
so well written,
but terrible. Like, and I just feel so bad for. Nothing good could possibly come.
Absolutely
from
nothing.
diving off the top of a ladder through a window at the old fiddle and flute.
Yeah, one of my favorite watering holes.
Oh yeah, but not his.
Not his.
Right.
Weird. It did need a new paint.
I wonder if he had to go to the hospital with all these injuries. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Read on.
9 days I was in the hospital. We did, apparently. I don't remember half of them. Those were the days my nan would have called swimming through mud with only your arse in the air. Truer words, Nan, truer words.
Oh, my God.
It was the second half of my stay in that antiseptic room that I began catching up on your fine show again. It was like having friends in the bed with me. Okay.
This next sentence is so, subtly perfect.
Yeah. I laughed until my sides hurt, which due to the nature of a broken rib didn't take very long.
It's like I laughed till my sides hurt, but don't take
It was like, ow.
Right. That's not saying much because I got broken ribs.
Right. Right. My nurse, a comely young lady named Seville, came to my rescue again and again as I laughed and then groaned in pain. Laughed, groaned, laughed, groaned. Finally, she asked what I was listening to. Finally, she asked what I was listening to that was bringing me such fits. Lads, I introduced you to her podcast, and we began listening together. Seeing Sevy's bright smile as we listened was worth all the pain. I keep from boring you with the mushy details, but before I left the hospital, I had a date lined up with my lovely nurse, and we've hardly been apart since. I wanted to thank you boys for being my means of finding love, or at least a fine song. Snog. Sorry. Fine song. I kid. It's love. I'd even say it's love. Nice. Notice the capital L, so it's love. I think is how you pronounce that. Right, Ben?
That's true.
Yeah.
Love.
Yeah. I may never I may never get to meet either of you, but you're a part of my story now, and an Irishman's loyalty is as fierce as a winter storm at sea. Your devoted Irish listener, Connor. Oh, Connor, I'll see you at the wedding.
Save me a seat. I'll take the fish.
Yeah. No, don't worry. Yeah.
I'll have the fish.
I'll have the fish.
Now, okay, first of all,
Almost too good to be true.
First of all, this may be the best letter we've ever gotten.
Right.
And we've gotten some doozies.
We've gotten some doozies.
I remember the first letter we ever got from Frodo.
Yeah. that
And
was
Top 10
amazing.
Sarah.
Yeah.
All those were great. Also, we used to get some good ones from Pirate Dave. Pirate Dave was more content. You know, he would have real detailed stuff. And then we got some good ones back in the day from the Abacus.
We still get good ones from him.
Yeah, sure we do. I'm not saying that we don't ever. It's only Pirate Dave that has fallen off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I think we weren't serious enough for him.
No, we weren't grown up enough.
Yeah.
Anyway, David, is there any chance that this Connor O'Connor character
Is not real.
is in fact a character?
I'm going to be so upset if we ever find that out.
So you accused your coworker,
Yeah.
Chris Hall Productions,
Yeah.
of being Connor O'Connor, which he flatly denied.
Yeah.
Right? I wonder if Marley, using ChatGPT or AI or some,
But the email checks out.
the email checks out.
The email
it's too good.
address.
And actually, Marley has a lot going on. She's not going to do this. Kayla's got a lot going on. She's not going to do this.
It's too deep. It's too deep to be fake.
I feel-
now, we know that he's admitted before that he
he plays up.
plays it up.
Yeah.
Right.
I think it's legit.
I think it's legit too. That's the thing. The initial thing is it's too good to be true, and I think that's just because he plays it up a little bit.
But I can't wait to go to the wedding.
Me too.
Yeah, it's gonna be so fun. I hope we get seated at the same table.
What if we don't?
But if they're smart,
Keep us far apart.
David's at table 1, Penn's at table 20.
It'll be like your birthday. You'll be like, I got a thing next week.
Yeah, I got it.
And then I'll be like, me too, don't worry about it.
Oh my God. All right. Next up, we had a family. How do we want to call this? We had like a family thread.
A family thread.
Yeah. Did you accept the challenge?
Did I accept? Oh.
No, he did not.
I did. We can do that, but should we do their...
I don't think we should mash them up. I think that would sound awful.
I mean, it will.
Yeah.
But...
Okay.
But do we want to do it first?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so who did we have here?
I don't know who the third one was.
Oh, it was Frodo. All right, so we got asked to mash 3 sounds together.
Apologies in advance.
Yeah. Are we ready?
Yeah.
One of them's really short. The other 2.
This is awful.
Best thing we've ever done. I like how the 2 of them are almost exactly the same
Yeah,
length.
that's great.
Yeah.
I am grateful that didn't go on for one further second.
No.
That was the max that I could tolerate.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised you lasted that long.
Yeah, and I'm surprised your head didn't explode because you don't do you got the what's the thing with the colors?
Synesthesia.
Synesthesia.
Yeah. It's just a mesh.
Yeah.
So for real, we heard from everyone's favorite sister.
Everyone's favorite sister wrote in. We were talking about dinosaurs, and you asked me what my favorite dinosaur was, etc. And everyone's favorite sister wrote in and said, "Fun fact: Top 10 Sarah's favorite dino is also the Triceratops because it's a wait for it Triceratops."
Oh man!
Although the stuffed dino she carried around when she was a kid was a Stegosaurus named Steggy. Now, I want to interject here a brief moment. I carried also a stuffed dinosaur when I was little.
What was it?
It was, I don't know what kind of dinosaur it was, but it looked like the kind that eat the leaves. Like, it wasn't a cool looking one. It looked like the one from Fred Flintstone that has the car strapped to its back.
Car strapped to its
Like the long neck that eats.
Bronto.
Yeah, like a Brontosaurus burger or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, I won it in Vegas when I was a little kid.
Whoa, you were going to Vegas all the way back then?
Oh, fuck yeah.
CinemaCon?
Yeah. Back then
Wow.
it was called Show West.
Wow.
1982.
Wow.
I was 11. All right. Anyway, so the first email is fun fact: Top 10 Sarah's favorite dino is a Triceratops because it's Triceratops. Shortly, not but moments later, we got an email from Top 10 Sarah.
It's the final countdown.
Where do you get those dance moves, man?
I trained for years, David.
How many years?
Many.
Because I feel like it wasn't enough.
You feel like it was 0 years?
Yeah. I feel like you didn't.
I trained for a number of years. How many? Well, the number was 0. I am prolific at the classic white man's overbite. I'm sure you've heard of that dance move. Yeah. So anyway, Top 10 Sarah writes in and says Jen, who AKA everyone's favorite sister. First of all, Sarah writes in and says, "Damn, you stole the email I was gonna write." But she says Jen's favorite dinosaur was so good. Jen's favorite dinosaur was Donald Duck.
What a dino.
Wow.
Also hugely surprising.
Right. I should have remembered. Basically meaning she had no interest in dinosaurs. Now, this one I need, David, for you to help me out. She says, damn, you guys, you stole, or I think she was referring to Jen. She said, you stole the email I was going to write. And then she said, so I guess for this debate, I'm with Penn. Oh, with Penn on the Triceratops,
right.
that debate. Yeah, gotcha. She goes on to write, well, first I'm going to skip to the end of the email, which I should have started with. She writes, what I'd love to hear is a mashup of all 3 of our theme songs mashed up for this email. Are you up for the challenge, David?
I was.
And he was.
The bigger question is, was Penn up for a challenge?
Yes, and the answer is no.
The answer was no. That was a push of his patience.
That was too much for Penn. So anyway, she writes, Top 10 writes in and says, to add on, another thing I was going to say in my email is, you two fine gents, which I feel like she put in quotes to indicate a level of sarcasm.
You know, I've never known her to be sarcastic.
No, ever.
No, ever. It's always straight shooting.
Nobody
with Top
is
10
less
Sarah.
sarcastic than Sarah. Right.
Yeah.
Pew, pew, I think you meant to say.
Oh, yeah, that's what I mean.
You two fine gents, as you were once called, missed the ultimate animated movie you wanted Frodo's opinion on. The new Lord of the Rings animated movie with 4 or 5 exclamation points. 4 head slaps all around, and you have to spend, much like the upcoming wedding, 4 head slaps all around, and you have to spend the rest of the podcast in separate corners. Boy, if I had a nickel for every time I got sent to a separate corner.
Yeah, they're always separate.
Right.
That's crazy. You know what I love about this? It's one listener calling out another listener.
Right. Okay, so I'll let you handle this last one.
Top 10 Sarah wants Frodo's opinion on the Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings. But then also, Frodo wrote in with some of the best gifts I've ever laid eyes on.
Yeah.
Can you review for our dear listeners what Frodo was communicating?
Okay, so we had a lot of questions for Frodo, and she politely reminded us, fools, and this isn't a direct quote, but fools, I've already sent you emails about these things you asked me about, several of them. So we won't go over that again because she's right. She did, and we did talk about it on the show.
If she was a lawyer, she would have said asked and answered.
Right. Exactly. But she responded, one thing that she talked a lot about was Sonic 3. There's a lot of stuff going on outside today that keep drawing my eyes. Sorry.
Yeah.
There's an air show across the street for the listeners, just so you know. So, anyway.
What does that have to do with Sonic 3?
I keep seeing a ton of Amish people go by and then smoke come from the other direction. Like they're riding their bikes into a fire. The smoke comes past.
How terrible would that be if we finish recording this podcast and then there's a headline like breaking like
50 Amish people rode their bikes into a fire across the street. Yeah.
Oh my God, we're gonna go to hell, David. I'm pretty sure.
That's it.
I'm pretty sure we're going to hell.
Example of things that'll send you to hell.
Right.
This joke.
God was like, all right, that's enough. Put him on the list.
So she was talking about the soullessness of Minecraft.
So we go straight from going to hell to the soullessness of Minecraft. I love it. Beautiful segue, David.
And how it was a bit too much, and how Sonic is getting close to that with the new movie. But even though the new movie does not look as one might want it to be, she's super excited to see Shadow the Hedgehog come to reality.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of funny gifs about it's bad, but at the same time, Shadow is going to be there. So, am I missing anything?
She must have a better internet than I do because she comes up with these gifs that are like side-splittingly funny.
I bet she does have a better
and they're so subtle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're always or gifs might be the wrong word. There's gifs and there's also memes.
Yeah.
You know, but they're like so subtle of like somebody staring at like, and the next frame is like zoomed in on them.
Yeah.
And the next frame is like zoomed way out.
It's great artists.
And somehow, that's exactly what it is. It's talented artists who have found a way through very, very simple drawings to communicate an incredibly powerful and subtle emotional response, which somehow she always hits the nail on the head, like exactly the feeling you're trying to communicate.
Yep.
Meanwhile, I have like 5 different memes that I send like if you send me something and it needs a meme, I got like 4 or 5 to choose from.
You always go back to the same one. No, but it was a lot of info there that was very. She also sent us a video, but I didn't get a chance to watch it, so I will still do that though. All right, Pen, I gotta ask you.
Yeah, please.
What is up with you?
Well, David, I want to ask you.
Yeah.
How you cutting?
How you cutting?
How you cutting?
I don't know if I understand that one enough to use it.
I'm going to use it. I'm going to just use it on the reg. Yeah. David, how am I cutting? Well, Amy and I started watching this new show on Netflix called Perfect Couple.
Whoa.
The Penn and Amy story.
Oh, wow.
Yep. And it stars a Nicole Kidman and Liv Schreiber and a bunch of other people who you might recognize but can't remember their name type of actors. I think it's a murder mystery. And
you don't know yet?
Well, I'm waiting to see what happens.
How many episodes in are you?
We're 2 episodes in, and there was a murder in the first episode.
Okay.
And we don't know who did it. And
so then it is a murder mystery. It's not, I think it's a murder mystery. I've been watching this. I've been watching Everybody Loves Raymond. I think it's a comedy.
What's happening in the show? Well, I laughed through the whole thing. Okay, it's probably a comedy. Yeah. So this person got murdered in the first episode. It's probably a murder mystery.
You don't know who did it.
We don't know who did it, but
okay.
I can't speak for Amy because I can't speak for Amy because at the end of the second episode, we were both sound asleep. You know what I mean? So I haven't had a chance to debrief, but I really enjoy the show.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So then also, as I'm sure you're aware, I've been super excited that football is back.
It's back, baby.
Sports ball is back. The NFL is back. Amy's Green Bay Packers suffered a brutal loss at the hands of the Eagles, but I know a lot of my friends are excited. The Eagles won their first game down in Brazil.
Brazil?
Yeah, they played on a middle school field. Local middle school opened up the stadium for the 2 NFL teams to come in.
It's where we play all our games.
Right. So anyway, that's what I've been up to. David, how you cutting?
I'll tell you how I'm cutting. I'm like a pair of shears. I'm all over the place.
Cut it out.
Zigzagging left and right. I finished Black Sails.
Oh, you finished it?
Yeah, which is great because I never watched, I think, the last 2 episodes. So I loved it. I thought it was great. I think there's some things in the last episode might have gone over my head because I'm not familiar enough with Treasure Island because I think they were setting it up and like lots of nods to that.
Yeah.
So I'll have to read it.
I just Googled how you cutting.
Yeah.
To see if it I don't want it to accidentally mean something that we don't think it means.
Right.
And
our luck, it would be like
some awful like perverted thing.
Yeah, like it'd be about
Anyway, all I got was articles on how to lose weight and how to cut your own hair at home.
I mean, that's usually what we're talking about.
Both of those things. Yeah.
I also finished Pikmin 2.
Ooh.
I know. Maybe I'll start Pikmin 3 today. We don't know. We'll see. And then here's the big one I forgot to put on there.
Yeah.
I saw Slingshot.
David.
Yeah.
I forgot to put it on there too. I also saw Slingshot.
Did you really?
Yes. Tell me about what you thought.
I love this movie.
Yes.
I thought it was really, really good. It was an interesting psychological thriller where you didn't know what was going to happen. And then they had multiple twists at the end to keep you on your feet.
Yep.
The ending totally made the movie. The acting was great.
Yes.
I really enjoyed this movie. Out of the 10 people that saw it, I was one of them.
Yeah.
And I liked it.
Casey Affleck stars.
Yeah. Lawrence Fishburne and the guy who plays Frenchie on The Seven.
This
also
movie is probably going to be available on streaming before we're done wrapping up this podcast.
Right. Unfortunately.
It deserved to do better.
Right.
This was a great movie. I watched it because you were so enthusiastic. I remember when we watched a trailer, I kind of poo-pooed it.
Right. Kind of like Night Bitch, but not quite as bad.
Yeah. And you stuck up for it, and you were like, this is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
This is a great movie, And I was
And
like,
it was.
I was like, but it looks interesting. And you were like, but it's going to be great. And I was like, but it stars one of my favorite actors. Like, I kept saying all these problems with it were like great things.
Yeah.
Anyway, I also watched it, and I'm glad to hear that you did too.
So you came out happy?
I loved it. It was so good, and it was so refreshing. It was not formulaic. It was not, sort of, you did not know what was going to happen.
And it had that low budget charm of like all of their sets had no windows. So They didn't have to
lighting or anything.
Well, that went on to like, what were they really in space? Were they when that question came up, you couldn't really identify what was real.
So that ending, and I don't mind talking spoilers because nobody's going to watch this movie, but what's the verdict? He was in space, right?
He was.
Yeah. He was hallucinating the phone call with the girl.
Right.
Yeah.
And then he hallucinated walking out of it.
Right.
And then he realizes that, oh, wait.
Yeah.
I am in space, and he got sucked out into space.
And the whole lesson was like moths fly to the light.
Well, that was the key for him to realize it was a hallucination.
Right.
Because she kept saying, come to the light, come
Right.
to the light.
Right. Okay. Anyway, that's how we cutting.
Yeah, that's how we come. In 2 weeks, because we'll be off next week, in 2 weeks we're watching Transformers 1, Be There or Be Square. But look, if you want to tell us what you thought of Transformers 1 or anything else, go ahead and shoot us an email at our new email address, just launched.
It's a big one.
podcast@pencinema.com. It's not like the old one. It's totally new.
Yep.
Podcast@pencinema.com. Now, Penn, if you want to support the show, and a reminder, they've got 2 weeks to get it done.
Right.
What's the best way to do that?
Well, David, I would never ask our listeners.
No. Find love and then invite us to the wedding.
Right.
But if you do...
I would never ask our listeners to do something that I would not also do.
Oh, right.
I lead by example, if nothing else.
That's true.
Right. So what a lot of people are doing now, which I also did, is like a lot of our listeners work in offices and listen to the show like maybe while they're working, or better yet, instead of working. Right?
Perfect.
Right?
Perfect.
That's our people.
Yeah.
Those are our people.
Those are definitely our people.
Right.
What are you doing? I'm listening to the Penn Cinema podcast. While you're doing what?
Right.
I don't understand the question.
If you can't listen to the show because you're busy working, you're not our people. If you listen to the show while you're working, okay.
All right.
But if you listen to the show instead of working, my guy. Now we're cooking with gas. So anyway, a lot of times when you're at an office job, one thing leads to another, and you find yourself in a situation.
I don't know where this is going.
One thing leads to another.
Of course.
And you might find yourself in a situation, David, where you have to print a report.
Oh my goodness!
Maybe the report's 2 pages, or maybe it's 30 pages.
Yeah.
But you know what we always say? Every report would be better if it was one more page long. And there should only be one more page. There should only be one sentence on that last page.
One sentence.
And you know what it's going to say. The sentence is, listen to the Penn Cinema podcast.
Right.
And I think I can speak for every employer, at least domestically, to say that if I was expecting a 30-page report and it came to 31 pages, I would be pleased.
To know, to have that one extra sentence.
That you care enough about my well-being, to make a suggestion that could lead to nothing but happiness, and love.
Yeah.
And you, any old schmuck can write a 30-page report or a 2-page report. Don't have to be 30 pages. It could be 2 pages.
Right. But how many people can write a 3-page or 31 pages?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Exactly. I totally get it.
Right.
But say you ran out of paper.
Or if you don't work in an office, you could just tell a friend. Just tell a friend how much you enjoy listening to the show, and send us an email or a letter Our mailing address is 541 Airport Road, Lititz, Pennsylvania, 17543. And send us an email. And also our email, the reason why we had to get a new email, you didn't mention this, but it should be assumed. The reason why we got a new email is because we wanted one that also works internationally.
That's true.
So, for example, if you're listening to the show in West Virginia or Maryland, that's where we're looking.
Yeah.
If you're listening from Maryland, this email address will work for you just the same as it would work for anybody else.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's true. Yeah.
Wow.
No extra charge.
You're a giver.
That's a
Just like me.
Just like you.
You're a giver.
I'm a giver.
All right, for the Penn Cinema Podcast, I'm David Moulton.
And I'm Penn Ketchum. Take care and party on.
Thanks for joining us this episode. Our hosts would love to hear from you. To contact the show with your thoughts and reviews, email podcast@penncinema.com. This podcast is a production of Penn Cinema. Escape to the movies at Penn Cinema, featuring crisp digital projection, killer sound, reserved seating, and premium power recliners. With locations in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Wilmington, Delaware, and Huntington Valley, Pennsylvania. Showtimes and tickets available at www.penncinema.com.